The weight of wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, in a world obsessed with speed, with noise, with opinion shouted louder than thoughts are weighed, there is something deeply rare and quietly powerful: wisdom. We all want to be smart, we want to be right, but wisdom, as the philosopher Socrates reminded us, begins when we finally admit how little we know. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing, says Plato in Apology. Yet, look around. Our age rewards argument more than listening. We reward hot takes more than humility. But here's what research tells us: the wisest people are not the loudest, they are the calmest. Psychologists like Igor Grossman have spent years trying to measure wisdom scientifically. Grossman's Berlin wisdom paradigm, Baltes 2000, showed that wisdom isn't just knowledge, it's an ability to see life's complexity, to accept uncertainty, and to understand that other people matter just as much as you do. Wisdom is perspective taking. Wisdom is emotional balance. Wisdom is compassion under pressure. One of the deepest studies on wisdom comes from the University of Chicago's Center for Practical Wisdom. They have found that wise people show what they call pragmatic reasoning. They think in shades of gray, not black and white. They aim to understand. But how does this connect to real life? Think about people you trust the most. Are they the ones who argue about every little thing, or are they the ones who listen, who wait, who know when to speak and when to let silence do the work? Social scientists like Robert Sternberg, who developed the balance theory of wisdom, say that wise people balance self interest, others' interest, and larger context. They can hold all three in mind at once. Sternberg, 1998. The foolish mind collapses everything into self interest alone. In 2023, researchers like Gluck and Weststreet showed that wise people share three habits. They reflect on their experiences they learn, they see multiple perspectives, they empathize, and third, they stay humble. They know they don't have all the answers. This means wisdom is not a trait you're born with, it's a habit you build. You earn it by choosing not to react, not to argue every time, not to show off what you know. Here's the paradox: the more you argue to prove you're right, the more people drift away. The more you listen, truly listen, the more people lean in. Psychologist Paul Costa's work on personality shows that people high in agreeableness tend to have richer, deeper social circles. They are easier to deal with. They don't pick fights for sport. They don't feel the need to win every conversation. Costa and McRae, 92. And here's the subtle twist: being agreeable does not mean being weak. It means being strong enough not to be rattled by every provocation. We live in a time when everyone has a megaphone, but not everyone has depth. Wisdom means you know which battles are worth fighting and which ones to let go. Wisdom means you know that silence often carries more truth than noise. The Stoics knew this 2000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it." In Meditations 8.47. A wise person learns to govern their own mind first before they try to govern the room. So here is a simple question for you. Are you wise enough to let other people be wrong sometimes? Are you strong enough to choose peace over pride? Are you clear enough to see that not every argument deserves your energy? Wisdom is not passive. It's not submission. It's not cowardice. It is the higher road, the road that sees the bigger picture. Wisdom means you don't need to dominate. You don't need to show off. You don't need to chase every fight. Instead, you build trust. You build depth. You build reputation. You build a reputation that when you do speak, people listen. Science backs this up. Disagreeable, combative people shrink their social networks. Bus, 1991. They lose weak ties, those casual connections that, as Mark Granovetter showed, actually open doors for jobs, love opportunities. Granovetter, 1973. When you pick unnecessary fights, you burn bridges you didn't even know you'd need. So the next time you feel the urge to prove yourself right, pause. Ask, will this make me wiser? If the answer is no, maybe the true mark of your wisdom is silence. In the end, the wise live lighter. They carry less resentment, less stress, fewer enemies. They argue only when the cause is worthy. and they do so with calm precision. They leave the rest to life. May we all learn to speak less, listen more, and hold our truth with a quiet, steady hand. That is wisdom, and that is enough.